Hi there. All right, now I want to talk to you about self-care and why it's a focus. How it goes from being this thing that people talk about to a personal practice, and what is my journey, how it became part of my daily vocabulary. So I used to hear people say that your health is fine and nothing happens, and then you hit your 30s and things start to fall apart. And I was like, yeah, right. I've always had really good luck with my body. Well, actually, when I turned 36, 35, things did start falling apart. I think there was a big emotional component with some unhealthy choices that I made in my work. And my inability to deal with stress and self-expression and boundaries. And what's the word? Codependency was also a factor. What started happening was I had gastrointestinal disorders, my hair was falling out, and my gums were severely receding. It got to the point where I was doing personal development programs to somehow reimagine myself so I could like myself better. And I was seeing all these specialists. I had someone who was helping me understand why I was having trouble breathing, because maybe the mouth breathing was making my gums recede. I was seeing a periodontist for my gum recession. I was seeing a chiropractor because maybe it was my neck position that was influencing my mouth. I was seeing an acupuncturist. And it was just exhausting running all over town, hiring and paying these people to take care of me. And when I look back, what I see is that I just didn't like myself enough to take care of myself. It was easier for me to pay professionals to do it. And one of the clues to that was when I talked to a woman who specializes in healing. She gave me these exercises to envision health in my body, and I just didn't want to do it. And yeah, you can say that's woo-woo, but when you don't feel like you're worth that time and that love and that care, that is the first barrier to self-care, which is actually a major barrier to sustainability. Being able to be there for yourself is the precursor to being able to be there for other people. So let's see, when I just couldn't continue to pay other people to take care of me, I scaled back my personal development programs and my practitioners, and the one thing that I kept was a meditation practice. And through that, I was able to better accept myself and feel just a little more relaxed about what was going on in my world, and that I could handle it, and that I could accept myself and actually think I'm an okay person. And so then I started looking at what else makes me feel whole in addition to this mindfulness practice. And I came up with some areas of life that are important to me. Creativity, loving my body, having some quiet time, which is when I practice meditation, having together time. Especially for those of us who work from home, you have to make an effort for that and look for ways to connect with people. I've got some great suggestions if anyone wants to know about them from what I've discovered. Let's see, what else? There is, for me, projects are a big deal. I have a lot of creative projects, and I have to manage them and make space for them if I'm going to make headway with them. So those are a few highlights from my self-care practices and how I came to this point. I would love to hear your thoughts on this buzzword that's buzzing about, and what are your first reactions? Do you have any negative responses? Do you feel a sense of should? Is there this expectation that it be picture perfect and Instagrammable? This is a conversation that's super exciting to me. And I've held 3 workshops about it, one in collaboration with an amazing woman named Suzanne Astar. And she brings in practices of intuition so that at critical moments, when we're feeling oh, maybe I should add that to my practice to feel whole, we can actually take a moment, step inside, and ask ourselves. And also this kind of skill is really important when we don't have a lot of time to deal with. That's something that comes up with self-care practices and daily habits, the need to be adaptable. This is an area for flexibility. This is an area to explore in coaching. And stay tuned, because we're going to continue this conversation through videos and in workshops and in a coaching practice. You can check out my website, www.spesso.co, S-P-S-S-O, and schedule a free intro coaching session with me. I'd love to hear where you're coming from and where you want to go.